Nice job in this film. I'm
Thank
proud
you.
of you.
Thanks, Gary.
And I'm curious that you actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you actually lied and said, I can do the two-step, I'm a two-step champion.
Oh, absolutely. I told them that I could two-step, and anything they had for me, I've done it before. But that's part of the process. You got to tell them you can do anything.
Harry, you liar.
I'm a liar. I told them just straight up, I can do it. I had no idea how to do it.
Yeah, but it's pretty easy to learn.
Yeah, it's weird because it's kind of based on a count of three, where the music is usually in four. So I thought that was kind of weird, but it was fun to learn. I enjoyed
so now
it.
you know it for the rest of your life.
That's right.
You're a two-stepping fool.
That's right.
Speak a little bit to the heart of the character you play. He seems to be a man with a good heart.
Yeah, he is, and he's secure, I think, and he's found a comfortable spot in his life, and with Sandy's character, he doesn't feel like he has to pursue her. I guess he's pursuing her, but he doesn't feel like he has to chase after her. He just seems confident in the fact that she's going to come to him, and he just sort of waits around until she does. Very confident guy.
And there's something about that kind of steadfast, confident goodness about, I mean, he's going to be there tomorrow and the next day.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
that really changes her.
Yeah, I think so. I think she's in a really terrible time in her life, and there's a lot of uncertainty, and the fact that she doesn't really notice him right away, but over the course of the film, she sees that he's a solid guy, and that's something that I think she wants to have too.
Had you ever spent so much time in Texas before?
No, I never have. My wife is from Lubbock, Texas, and I've been there countless times, but this was the longest period of time I've stayed there, for one chunk like that.
And you figured out good barbecue, and you figured out...
Oh, man, they have some barbecue in Texas, man. It's the best. I mean, it's just terrific.
There's something about, and I don't want to say the laziness, but maybe it's something about the steady thing that every day it's kind of a steady
it's just
thing about the place.
Yeah, it's people are laid back and they do what they have to do, and there's not a lot of trend in Texas. There's not a lot of uncertainty there. What's coming next, and who's going to be doing this? People just do their thing, and the South is like that. They have it together that way.
Do you find, this is a little more introspective about acting, but do you find that acting in an odd, peculiar way fills you up professionally when you get it right, when you do it right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it fills you up artistically, I mean, at the end of the day, you feel like you've contributed something. You don't feel like you've just given a bunch of bubble gum, You feel like you've done something of worth, and it's an emotionally draining experience. And when you've done it well, I think, there's days when you feel like you haven't reached the point you wanted to reach, but it certainly can be very fulfilling when it's right, It's a great feeling.
Do you realize how kind of special that is, that not very many people that do music well can also act well?
Well, I don't think of I just do what I like, and I don't think of other people and how it compares to them, but I just work hard at what I like to do. And I know that when I come off stage after a concert, I've given everything that I have, and I just sort of apply those same rules to, developing the character and just professionalism on the set. And I find that it's equally as fulfilling. It's a different type of feeling, but it certainly feels good.
Is there, in an odd way too, maybe an emotional connection between acting and between performing music, and in the sense that you do have to get up for it and you do have to go out and do it, and you can't really sleepwalk through it?
Yeah, I think that's probably the only comparison you can. I mean, it's show business. You have to get up for it, and you have to be. You can't sleepwalk through it, as you say. You have to be there for it. If I'm tired, or if I don't feel well, if I'm having a problem, you go on stage, and the audience simply cannot know about that. And it's the same with, with acting. Sometimes they say, well, can't you draw upon that? Well, sure, I guess, but then you have to shut it off when another dynamic comes into play. So it's, I think that's a parallel, but that's probably the only one,
Nice job.
Thanks, Gary.
Good work.
Thanks a lot.
Nice acting work in that film.